Mabuhay Manila, this is Shadel from ManilaShaker.com, and we're back again with Vivo X50, and this time we will see the gaming performance, speed test, and battery life. Yesterday we saw its camera capabilities and we are impressed. Now let's see if this camera-centric phone is also capable to play graphically demanding games. This is the Vivo X50 gaming review. There are tons of features and specs that Vivo X50 has to offer. First is a 90Hz refresh rate on a 6.56 inches Full HD Plus AMOLED display, an 8nm chipset on Snapdragon 730 with Adreno 618 on the GPU, and our unit has 8 plus 128GB configuration, running with Android 10.0 and FunTouch OS 10.5 skin. The battery isn't that big, but it has a fast charging of 33 watts, and inside the features like Jovi AI Assistant and Ultra Game Mode are present, which are reliable for day-to-day use and gaming. Now, as always, we'll start with 100% battery with no high performance mode, so optimization will vary in the Ultra Game Mode itself and games compatibility. So first, running benchmarks, these are the results. Now, after running the tests, our battery drops 7% in 30 minutes of benchmarking, which is pretty impressive already. Now, we will run the game on the built-in Ultra Game Mode that is located in the settings, and this Game Booster app has tons of features for your gaming needs. There's the 4D vibration to simulate vibration based on the game, sound enhancement for an immersive gaming experience, the typical less distraction features, and more. So the first game is ASPHALT 9. And as you can see here, we have an overlay on the left side of the screen which says thermal management and performance optimization, and all useful toggles are also here for an uninterrupted gaming experience. And now we are in default quality, and that is the game's recommendation for the phone. That means playing performance quality is not a hassle on ASPHALT 9. So we tested the game on default and high quality only, and without a doubt, it is stutter-free and lag-free. We didn't get any frame drops, and most of the time the game is running at 30 FPS with 100% stability. Playing high quality option is also great. There are no hiccups, but it is not at constant 30 FPS. It sometimes drops to at least 28 and 29 FPS, which isn't noticeable in our gaming experience, and it is still enjoyable. We get an average of 30 FPS with 99% stability. So first, CPU temp check. The CPU is just 41 degrees Celsius, and that is good. Now moving to Black Desert Online, the game recommends medium graphics with 20 FPS, but again, just like in our past gaming review, we will set the frames to 30 and resolution to high. This will be the optimum settings if you're focused on performance rather than enjoyable graphics. The game has good score, it has 30 FPS with 100% stability, and bumping up to max settings available, the game is still doing well on the Vivo X50. It has a 59 FPS with 98% stability. It is stable even roaming the town. The temp is just 44 degrees Celsius. Now, if you want to experience smooth and clean gameplay, just leave the FPS to max settings and tweak the rest of it, like resolution and texture quality. Next game is Call of Duty Mobile. All settings are unlocked, and we are in recommended settings. The game is decent. We did not encounter any drastic frame drops or stuttering. There are no problems or discomfort in the game, and I don't have potato aim this time around. At very high settings, with all settings turned on, I didn't encounter frame drops. It is still stutter-free. My aim is still good. Even when I scope, the frame is still stable. The CPU temp is just playing around 52 degrees Celsius. We played on Battle Royale mode as well, and the game did encounter minimal frame drops upon landing, but it is stable after roaming and fighting against all players even at very high settings. I did a short roam on the map, and again there's no stutter or discomfort at all. Second update on our battery, 82% in 1 hour and 45 minutes of gameplay, a typical battery drain on its capacity. And compared to the phones with the same battery capacity, this is almost on top of the list. Next is Mobile Legends. This is one of the least graphic demanding games we will test. We already downloaded all resources before we start to play the game so that we will not encounter any problem. But upon heading to the settings, our recommended settings is in high by default with no HFR toggle available. And this is something that developers needs to update on the Snapdragon 730. Though still, the game is outstandingly stable. It has 30 FPS and 100% stability even in clash or team fights. And playing the game without an inch of discomfort is pretty satisfying. Even we don't get smooth 60 FPS at the moment, we can say that there is no problem playing MLBB. And it's just pretty warm, about 44 degrees Celsius. This means CPU and GPU are not struggling. Next is Pubg Mobile. The recommended settings is in HD plus high settings. This is the max settings available without using the GFXTOOL. The game is stutter free even upon landing and while roaming. Now this is something new on our test with most phones. As we mentioned, this device has 90Hz capability, and upon bumping the settings using the GFXTOOL, we found a 90 FPS mode, and this is a great opportunity to test the 90Hz capability of the Vivo X50. We first tried to bump all the settings, but the max available settings is in Ultra HD. The motion feels stunning and fluid even at 90Hz, like what we can experience in 120Hz. I know you can't see the difference because of the limited frames on our video, but on hands-on, it is pleasing to look at. Our temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. This is only the CPU temp, as you may not know, and it is different on the panel temp. And we experience sudden frame drops. The device is a bit warm while playing in Ultra HD plus 90 FPS. So we reduced the quality but still enabled the 90 FPS option. And yes, the game is so smooth with 85 to 90 FPS at 99% stability, and it is pleasing to the eye. The motion is fluid, but then again, we don't recommend using the GFXTOOL as it is still not an official application for Pubg. This is for our test only, so disclaimer there. Talking about 90 FPS, we tried to see if Cyber Hunter also offers 90 FPS if it detects that your device is 90Hz capable. But unfortunately, we don't see the 90 FPS option in the settings, and also playing Dragon Raha on Vivo X50 is just fine and stable. So after 3 hours of gameplay, we still have 60% remaining on our battery. This is a decent score from a 4200 mAh battery while playing games straight plus with 90 FPS on Pubg. For the battery test, here is our result. The battery is not that big, but charging it with just 1 hour is just beyond satisfying thanks to the 33 watts fast charge. So playing all the games on the Vivo X50, everything seems fine and good. Just make sure you have the latest version of the game, all resources installed, make sure that you are running the latest OS update, and there should be no problems. This phone can give you an immersive gaming experience without the hassle thanks to Ultra Game mode and the phone's optimization. That was the performance of Vivo X50. It offers a higher frame rate in Pubg by using GFXTOOL, but again, we don't recommend using it. We only showed what this phone is capable of. But overall feel, not just in gaming, Vivo X50 is one of the options. If you want a camera-centric while still can play heavy-duty games, this can be added to your list. That's it, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of our future uploads. And don't forget to visit ManilaShaker.com for more tech news, reviews, and comparison of the latest devices. And this is ASPHALT. Mabuhay, Manila!